Imagine this. You're standing in one place, and in the blink of an eye, you're on the other side of the world. No plane, no train, no car. Just pure teleportation. Sounds like something straight out of Star Trek, right? Well, let's dive into whether human teleportation is actually possible. Let's start with quantum mechanics. In the world of tiny particles, teleportation isn't just a fantasy. It's a concept called quantum teleportation. In simple terms, quantum teleportation involves the transfer of information between particles, like photons, across long distances. But don't get too excited, this doesn't mean we can teleport a human just yet. Quantum teleportation isn't about physically moving objects. Instead, it's about transmitting information about the state of a particle from one place to another. Think of it as sending a digital file, but on a subatomic level. No physical object actually travels between locations, only the data. So while this process is real, it's not the same thing as jumping across space like in Star Trek. Now, what about teleporting humans? To achieve something like this, we'd need to break down the human body, every atom, molecule, and cell into detailed data. That would mean scanning every part of you in incredible detail, which we can't even do today. Then, we'd need to send that information across to a receiver, where the exact pattern would be reconstructed. Sounds cool, right? But here's the issue. The amount of information needed to store all the data of just one human is mind-boggling. We're talking about petabytes of data per second. Even if we had the technology to scan and transmit this data, we don't have the computing power to process it in real time. Plus, even if we could teleport you, the question remains, would the person on the other end still be you, or just a copy of you? And here's the real kicker. The moment you break down a human into data, you might ask, am I still me when I arrive at the destination? Would the consciousness transfer, or would the person left behind just be gone? That philosophical dilemma might be the hardest part of human teleportation. While we're still far from teleporting humans in the way we see in sci-fi, that doesn't mean teleportation is entirely out of the question. In fact, quantum teleportation has practical applications. Researchers are using it for ultra-secure communication and even in developing quantum computers. So, while we're not quite there yet with human teleportation, the science is advancing, just not in the way we imagined. Teleportation might not be possible for humans right now, but science has proven that nothing is truly impossible. It just might take a bit more time, and maybe a lot more technology. So, who knows? In the future, you might be able to hop across the world in an instant. Until then, we'll just have to settle for fast flights and high-speed trains. Subscribe for more.